We win a game. West Ham Fan TV outside post-match reaction. Everton 0, West Ham 2. Well, it's the other way around, isn't it? West Ham 2, Everton 0. Just about saves David Moyes' job, I think.
It shouldn't, in my opinion, because I went into it regardless of the result. He should be gone. But to me, I look at it and I see if we ain't got a long-term quality person out there, maybe you ride it out for a few till the end of the season if you can. No. All right, fair enough.
No.
I'm trying to
I'm
be
sorry,
positive.
but I know you're trying to be positive, and I know we've won that game today, but that was a performance that beat a team that's poorer than us.
They were awful.
But let's be honest, they were poorer than us when they beat us at Goodison Park. There's been teams rocked up here that have been poorer than us and we haven't beat them. You can only beat what's in front of you, and to be fair, we could beat them convincingly.
Do you know what? Right, it was a weird performance today. There was not one point in the day, especially after we scored, that I thought they're going to beat us.
Yeah.
There was not one point there. I thought they were good individual performances, but I think the way the team was set up, I think it was awful. You're setting up with 5 at the back. I thought the defence was good.
The defence was quality.
I thought it was good. But I also then turned around and said, all right, we've done enough to win this game. Yeah. But I think it was a chance to make a statement to the crowd, a chance to make a statement to the board, a chance to make a statement. We could have rocked up and beat these back 5-0.
Yeah, but we could have rocked up and lost 1-0.
No, but
so it's at the end of the day, he set his stall out right. I saw changes today from what we saw against Wolves. The back 5 is the best back 5 we're going to put out. If he wants to play the back 5, that's the back.
Why are we playing 5 against fucking Everton?
Because it's the way at the end of the day, it's the way he wants us out, the way he wants to play football.
Yeah, but the thing is, Scott, you say that, but it's always changes, and I see this, and we look at him, we go, oh, Souček's dropped. Oh, that's great. But then he'll be in against Newcastle. And then we say, oh, it's a back 5. This seems work. It'll be a back 4 against Newcastle.
Yeah, I think the line-up's too inconsistent.
And that's the thing, and this is what I've said from the start. If you're going to go for a system and want to play a system, play the system. Yeah, if you've got defenders available, every defender at this club, he must think can play. So if you're going to play that system, stick with the system. Don't keep tinkering with the system. Play the system you want to play and get all the players used to it.
I think that's been the problem all season.
The midfield 2 is the best midfield 2 we've got.
Yeah.
Declan Rice, Paqueta. Yeah. The front 3, you put Ings or Samaka in there. That's for me the best front 3 you've got.
Yeah.
For Moyes it isn't, because we know he doesn't really like Benrahma. Cornet's not fit, so we ain't going to see Cornet. When we do, it'll be Cornet in that system. But today he got it. Sorry, mate. Today he got it right. He got it right. He got the starting line-up right.
We can say that in hindsight now we've won the game, right? But
what do you want? He put a team out. The team won the game convincingly.
I don't think it was convincing.
It was convincing. They didn't look like scoring.
Yeah, but was that more down to how poor they are, or more down?
It was definitely down to how poor we are, because the amount of chances we gifted them, they was just too bad to finish them. I thought the defence played well. It was a weird game because I think there was good individual performances.
Yeah,
I think there was a lot of players that played better. Antonio played better than he normally has. I don't think he was fantastic. Bowen played better.
Emerson.
Even though he scored 2 goals.
Emerson, I thought
was good. I thought Soufal was brilliant.
Yep.
But as a team, I don't think we was good.
But we defended like a team. We defended a lot better.
I think like having that pair partnership, that I know it was 3 at the back, but to me, Aguerd and Zuma, I think them together gave it a big lift. I mean, Obona
was good.
But them two, like Aguerd I think he's brilliant, and I think he's going to be such a quality player for us.
Massively, and alongside Zuma, alongside Obona, Obona's aging. We've got to look to replace Obona just because of his age. No other reason.
His experience played off today. I think his experience came up to it.
Look, I get what you're saying with Everton. Everton were poor. That's one of the worst Everton sides I've ever seen. But there's been teams here that have rocked up and been poorer than them, and we've lost. So we did the job today.
I know that saying of you can only beat what's in front of you. To me, it don't make sense, because we rarely beat what's in front of us, and now we've got a team that's now bottom of the league. Okay, we've beat them. That's all well and good, but I want to see us now go to, like, when Chelsea come here, right?
Yep.
When Chelsea come here, if we go and we beat them,
yep,
because they're not great, but at the moment they're mid-table. That's still a statement. That's still a sign of turning the corner.
Of course it is.
We ain't turned the corner yet for me.
It's not that I don't. Obviously, I appreciate the 3 points.
Yep.
But you could say there's got to be a bigger test. He's lost every other test.
Of course he has.
Wolves last week, he lost it. He set up the same way today. We played the same way. That period of about 20 minutes when we couldn't get the ball off of them, against any other team, Scott, we conceded 2-3 goals in that period.
With the Wolves game, right? We didn't play well. We played poor.
No, we
right?
played exactly the same. We played.
No, we didn't play exactly the same.
We did play exactly the same.
We
the only
played
difference was the players. The players that was out there.
But that's it. That's what makes a difference. Creswell shouldn't.
No.
Creswell, we shouldn't.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not having this. The tactics were exactly the same. We held off.
We pressed higher.
No, we didn't press higher.
We did. We pressed
higher. We was fucking 10 men behind the ball.
This is the thing. We weren't 10 men behind.
We
pressed higher.
I
pressed a lot higher.
Some players
in the second half we did.
I think
the first half we did. That's what led to. That's why we got the goals.
I still don't think we're pressing as a team. I think there's individuals that press, like your Bowens and players like that. But I still don't think
disagree.
We're pressing as a team.
But it was time.
I agree with that.
No,
I don't agree.
We pressed much higher. We played higher up the pitch today.
We didn't. Who's pressing?
We were pressing. The whole front line pressed. The whole front line pressed. And this is what we've been calling for. You know, this is the problem. You see what you want to see, right? And
no.
Sometimes you have to sit there and sit back. We pressed
I was at Wolves.
We did last.
I was at Wolves and I was at this game, and I could tell you we played exactly the same way.
I watched Wolves. I watched this game. We pressed a lot higher up the pitch than we did against Wolves, and we got rewards from it.
I think we did in the second half. I think the goals give us a little bit of confidence, especially the second. If we had got that second, I would have feared for us.
The thing is, getting that second goal, it was a massive sucker punch for them. It was fully deserved on our part. We were the better side by miles in the first half. By miles. Yeah. You know, so the 2 goals that we went into the lead with, we fully deserved. And it killed any chance they had in that first half, especially the time in that second goal.
And the thing is, I know we're jumping, we ain't really talked about the first goal, but Antonio was interesting one because he started off the game frustrating as usual, but when he started going more out to that right wing, I thought he looked really good, and the work he did for that second goal to put that in for Bowen, I thought was excellent. The build up to that goal and the way and to keep it alive and then put the ball in, he's got to get credit for that.
And he fully deserves it. You know, it weren't the ball took a bit of deflection, but what he did on the right wing to beat the defender and all that, that's what we see from Antonio. The guy's a right winger. That's his natural position, so we're going to see that. The difference is what we've been seeing of late. He drifts out to the left because he wants to get it on his right foot and cut inside. You know, I've said this all along.
Well, the reason it doesn't play on the right wing is because Bowen's there.
But this is the thing where there's been times, and look, Bowen, we're going to give him all the credit, everything he's due. But he's had a poor season, and there's times where you could have justified leaving Bowen out, putting Antonio on the right, Skamaka up top.
Yep.
And he just hasn't done it. He's gone with that, and that's I think why Bowen can get complacent because no one's there to take his spot.
I just find it a bit worrying. Like I know we've beaten Everton today, but I wasn't convinced by that performance. I find it a bit worrying. The 20th game of the season, I'd love to see how many times he's changed the team because there is no settled team now.
And that is a big problem. What we've had, injuries have played a part, but you can't use the injuries as the excuse because the players that we've had are the players that were here last season that were pushing for Europe that got us to a European semi-final.
Mate, the
so
midfield
you can't make
alone,
excuses.
right? That's not like you can say the defence, right? You can say the back line, we've had injuries, that's why it's chop and change. But the midfield where you'll have Rice and Souček, Rice and Paqueta, Rice, Souček, Paqueta, Downs just in front of Rice and Souček. The changes we have in the midfield, sometimes Bowen's there, but he's not, and then you'll have Fornals there. Do you know what I mean? Like all round that midfield, it's too much change.
Unsettled side.
Yeah, and that is the problem. There's no... And when you're bringing in these new signings, we want them to have an understand with the players and grow and adapt and settle. But they're playing with a different team every week. So, like I said, sometimes it's a back four, sometimes it's a back five. It's just... It's week to week to week we're seeing it. And he needs to pick a side and settle on it.
But this is it. You need to pick a side, pick a system. And that's the thing. That's what you've got to do. Look, I get sometimes changing the system to fit different sides. Tactically, you know, let's be honest, when you look at the European games, you want it to be more aggressive, more attacking because you're playing a weaker opposition. You know, so I get you do switch the system
that's
about.
Why you have plan A and plan B. But the problem is it's A, B, A, B, A, B every week.
Exactly.
Right?
Do you know what I would say, though? I'm glad of the points.
Yes,
that's the most important thing today. Listen, there will be tougher tests here, and I suppose the proof will be in the pudding.
Of course,
when
we
go
next 3 games.
If we lost that today, I was thinking we're down. That would have been.
Yeah, I think so as well.
It.
But let me talk about. I don't mean to laugh, but the tribute for David Gold was a bit odd.
I missed it.
I missed it as well, so I can't really comment.
I was like, tell us what was it?
They played
Spandau Ballet.
I heard that coming in. I heard that coming in.
Yeah, I thought that was a bit odd. I think it's a bit odd, an odd choice. But maybe it's his family's choice
Yeah,
or whatever.
maybe
But
he loved it.
You know, but I don't know.
It's a very upbeat song, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, for the death of a chairman.
But it's good. It's good to see that we went on to get the points, and
and
when you're paying tribute to someone, it's nice to get the win as well.
And there were some idiots out there saying, "Oh, I'm hearing about West Ham fans causing problems," and no one was ever going to do that.
I've been there at Chelsea when we was applauding Ray Wilkins.
Yeah.
We had big rivalry with Chelsea, especially in the 80s and the 90s and all of that. We had a big rivalry with Chelsea, and there was West Ham fans singing "There's only one way, Wilkins." There was no way they're going to come here and boo a chairman. We're not that sort of people.
No.
Although the press, the printed press, will make it out like we are, and they'll be making up these little pockets of. There's always going to be pockets of idiots. Always going to be pockets of idiots. But they'll make it sound like the majority were thinking about protesting. It was never going to happen. I think it was an atrocious thing to even suggest.
Anyone come out with that? I didn't hear one suggestion from anyone to say, let's do this, let's do it. I had a couple of people say, "Oh, I'll stay in the concourse" or whatever. Didn't hear anyone say they'd cause any problems. So yeah, it's the media for you, mate. But yeah, look, 3 points. It's huge now. Gets us out of that relegation. Other results have gone our way. Around us, Southampton ended up losing late on in the game. Nottingham Forest and Bournemouth, I think they played. They drew. So the results have gone our way. Now, what can we do from here? And like you said, we'll see what happens with Moyes. We was hearing that he was going regardless. Maybe they've spoke to Benitez or Daesh is already lined up. We'll see. I reckon by Monday we'll know one way or the other.
Yeah, let's have a look. But thank you very much for joining us. Go and check out all the fan cams that we've just done. If you're new around here, subscribe. One thing left to say, come on, you Irons.